Going on, everyone? Today I will be reviewing Vader versus The Undertaker. This was at Royal Rumble 1997. This is the pay-per-view that we're going to be starting off with for Wrestle Critic, or aka what me and Zach are going to be doing. And this match is literally placed in the middle of the card, like right in the middle. Throughout the show, obviously you have people talking about what winning the Rumble would mean to them and like their goals and whatnot. But in this match right here, Vader comes out first, and commentary immediately realizes, oh, Jim Cornette, we haven't seen him in 2 weeks. Maybe he was spooked off by the Undertaker. And then Undertaker comes out, no Paul Bearer, but keep that in mind for later on in the match. Vader and Undertaker trading blows early, and the Undertaker really starting to get some offense in on Vader, and you see it kind of affecting him a little bit. When Vader tries to deliver some blows, Undertaker just does his typical, sit-up pose, not really overwhelmed by it whatsoever. And this match was really slow-paced. Obviously, we have to keep in mind the time period here. Two big guys. The commentary team, of course, is Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, and Vince McMahon. JR did a great job on commentary, kind of selling the fact of how great these two big men are. So he did a really good job of selling that. These two, kind of fight around the ring for a little bit. Vader counters an old school by tripping up his legs, causing his groin to get caught into the ropes. And you see him kind of attacking that groin. You see him give him a low blow. You see him hit an elbow to the groin. Later on in the match, Paul Bearer is coming down the ringside, and this is when Undertaker really starts to take control, and he just chokeslammed Vader. By the time he, kind of acts like he doesn't notice that Paul Bearer is there, he does his typical, get out from the ring, and he starts to attack Paul Bearer, and then he has to refocus his attention on Vader. He tries to set up Vader for some sort of splash where he uses the stairs to assist him to get more height on his leap. Paul Bearer actually pulling him out of the way. And the story here is, obviously, Paul Bearer is no longer the manager of The Undertaker for over a month, I think. And Paul Bearer is helping Vader, who does not have Jim Cornette anymore. So Vader gets the upper hand after Paul Bearer hits the urn over the back of The Undertaker. Vader pulls him back in, hits the Vader splash, or whatever the official name is, for the win. So Vader actually ends up beating the Undertaker here, going over, and seems to have a new manager in Paul Bearer. Meanwhile, the Undertaker upset in the ring, taking out his frustrations on the ref with a big chokeslam. He sells it like he was just a dead body, pretty much. And Undertaker is throwing stuff around at ringside, and then he says something to Vince McMahon. And then he leaves, pretty much, and that's the match. This is the match that I actually picked. I thought it was a lot of fun in its own way. It was slow-paced, physical, big blow after big blow, and then, they both kind of get their stuff in, and then Paul Bearer did play a big factor in the ending of the match. Really fun stuff, and, I wonder what Zach Cooper has to say about it.